Are your ear holes lacking some education hydration? Does this summer got you sweating for a new podcast? Or are you just really bored? If any or all of these apply to you, then come join D
Is somebody coughing into a microphone?
and C,
I wasn't choking.
the newest educators at DCI. Come join them as they get ready to go back to school, but this time they're the teacher. Come join them on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday for back to school and summer related topics. Join them on their half-an-hour pod show and let them summercate you.
I'm still getting paid for this, right?
Come join them for DCI Back to School. And that show starts
Now.
All right. What do you think of that intro? It's pretty good, wasn't it?
It was fantastic.
Think of that voiceover guy. Sounds like he could have a really long career in doing some voiceover work in Hollywood.
Yeah, a dying cat comes to mind.
I don't know where we found him at. So, welcome to the show. And by the show, I mean DC High Back to School.
Woo!
So, as we begin, I am D,
And I am C.
and together we're collectively known as
DC High.
DC High.
What?
Nothing copyright. Not a sponsor.
Yeah.
So, we are starting this show. That's going to be about summer stuff and back to school topics. You probably ask, well, what could a back to school topic be? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. And apparently, I think our house just got hit by a mortar. That sounded extremely close.
Yeah, I felt the vibration on that one.
That was weird. So, anyways, we apologize. Apparently, we are having a 4th of July festival happening in town.
Apparently in our backyard from the way it
Apparently, yeah.
sounds.
But it's only about a quarter of a mile away, maybe a half mile.
About a little less than a mile away.
Yeah, and they're shooting off their
Big
Chinese
guns.
made fireworks as I scream America. You don't realize the things that they're clapping about weren't even made here.
Oh.
Hey, rednecks, FYI, fireworks are made in China.
Just a little something.
Just remember that as you're shooting them off this year and you're screaming America.
Well, after
That
we're done
doesn't-
with this, we're going to have to maybe check in case of a hole in the side of the house, you know.
Right?
Make
That
sure
was
we didn't get
close.
some city damage.
City damage?
You know, they'd have to pay for it, right?
You mean property damage done by the city? Not city
no, they're
damage.
paying for it.
Did the city like uproot itself and launch
Okay,
it
I
at
worded
the
that
house?
completely wrong. We got that.
City damage.
Sometimes words don't come out correctly. You know what you mean,
So-
and that's all that matters.
Okay, well, you put letters together to form a word. Words form sentences. Sentences create paragraphs.
I'm so glad I am
And
so
those
tolerant.
paragraphs are about to come to life through your ear hole.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we have a couple of good introductory stories.
And then you want to give me a grammatical lesson.
I'm not big on $20 words.
Cheater.
How did I cheat? So you got a good teaser for me for one of your stories? What you got over there? You got something good?
Yeah, we're gonna since we're talking about new beginnings with this new podcast here, I have a story about summer beginnings.
Like when summer officially began, or like the
more
beginning
like-
of summer, like
Well, that would be when
2 AD.
I
The
was
sun
about to
creeped over
say-
the horizon.
I'm sure that was somewhere around the formation of the Earth. And we are getting shot at.
Right? I
people.
really hope those are fireworks.
Yeah.
You know, they did pass that new law around here, and I feel like I need to go out to my vehicle and get it. That's
Yeah.
making me a little nervous. That was close sounding. I don't think that's just the
I
part.
believe that's the back neighbors too.
Oh God.
Anyway, speaking of beginnings,
Yeah. So anyway, so not like the official.
it's more like
Dawn
the
of
origin of the word, because obviously there were no writers around to write down exactly what was happening at the beginning of the planet's existence, hence when summer would have actually began.
So you're saying more along the
When people
Begin-
decided to name
the
the
beginning
warmest
of-
part of the year.
yeah, like the beginning of recorded history.
Pretty much, yes.
I mean, that's as far back as we can technically go, as far back as we
Yeah,
can find
yeah.
recordings.
Definitely.
Which is
Um,
weird because we keep finding new things all the time.
Well, yeah. I mean,
All right, what else you got for me?
oh, yeah. And we'll also find out the difference in your attitude issue if you were born in the summer months or the winter months. See how chill you are in this nice little heat here.
Is that all you got?
No,
do
I
you have
got a
another-
little
you got
couple
another one?
extra little things
Oh,
here.
you just like little tidbits or
Yeah.
stories? You got a story? You got any more stories?
I got actual
I like
stories.
stories.
Hey, you said teaser.
Okay.
I can go ahead
No.
if you would like. I thought you would like to put your 2 cents in as well and let people know what they're about to hear coming from your mouth hole.
Oh, so you mean like, as in, do I have any good stories?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you have anything interesting.
I have one story and then a couple just tidbits about July.
Well,
Things that's happened in July.
are they
odd.
interesting things?
Interestingly odd.
Interestingly odd.
Maybe a weather phenomenon. Flocka. It's getting real out here.
Copyright.
Oh, copyright. Not a sponsor. You don't have that copywritten.
You never know. Well,
I'm pretty sure
I would rather just
that person
Excuse
we
me.
are not going to try to say the name of. By the way, we're a huge fan if you figure out who we are talking about.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Who we do take headshots. Just saying.
Right? Autographed.
Of course.
Maybe even like some,
Blood.
I was going to go with gunpowder, but that's cool. Bloodstains works too. So, I don't know what autographs. Are you hiding autographs from me around here that have blood on them?
I mean, everybody asks for
I
everything else
have-
from them. Why not their DNA, right?
Right? I have like something you would expect blood to be on. That's memorabilia, and it don't even have blood on it.
That you know of. Bleach
No,
is a
no, no.
wonderful thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, he did. I seen him pull it out. It was new.
New to you.
Just saying. Anyways, I do have one story. And it has to do with a little bit of controversy that went on.
Everybody loves a little dirt.
It's over who technically has the hottest recorded day in recorded history. Yeah, there's actually a controversy over who claims the hottest day ever.
Oh, are they fighting about it?
I don't think it's an ongoing fight, but there has been a tiff over it.
I think the hottest day is for possibly a famous celebrity named after a certain type of juice standing in a courtroom. That was the hottest day.
I don't know what apple juice has to do with this. Would you leave him out of this?
I mean, he was a little tart, so.
I mean, all I gotta say is, if it don't fit,
It don't ship. Copyright.
copyright.
Not a
Not a
sponsor.
sponsor. You must have. You can't put them on trial. That's what happens. If the glove don't fit, they can't go to trial. Am I saying that quote right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Right? If the glove don't fit,
Yeah, we'll go with
can't
that.
go to trial.
Okay.
Not a sponsor. I don't know if they can sponsor technically, but not a sponsor. If you want to, I mean, if you want to sponsor us, that's cool. We'll take a sponsorship.
I think anybody likes money.
I mean, we'll take any sponsorship.
Yeah.
At this point, we're
Pillsbury.
new. Hi, world. We're new. And we're kind of like the drunk girl at the party who's ready to lose her virginity, and she really doesn't care by whom. And
Yeah.
by that, I mean, we'll take any sponsorship of it. I will sponsor the crap out of some Tampax right now.
10 packs.
They give you wings. Oh, wait. Wrong one. Copyright, not a sponsor. Not yet.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I mean, I don't even care if it's like that generic brand of like pencils that come from the Dollar Tree. That company that's probably most likely from overseas, they can sponsor us. I don't care.
No, I don't.
I don't know
care
how
either.
well that money would translate, but
And yet again, we're getting shot at.
right, I'm pretty sure that's got to be that's the neighbor. I can actually hear.
Well, we
the,
got some lovely sound effects for the
right?
listeners, so
Everybody's getting into the holiday moods because we got the 4th of July coming up. And actually, as a matter of fact, Thursday will be the 4th of July. Speaking of that, everyone can join us Wednesday for our 4th of July.
special.
Yeah.
Holiday special.
Holiday special from DC High. Back to school. This show, and we can't sponsor ourselves.
We will be eventually copyrighted
Hopefully.
and sponsor ourselves.
As long as everybody keeps liking, commenting,
But
and sharing
applications
on
are open.
everything. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll give you all those social media sites at the end of the show where you can get a hold of us at. And apparently it is going down at the park. Holy crap.
Wow.
Oh, wait, because it's 10:30. We're coming up on the finale right now of the fireworks special.
The dog does not appreciate the booms.
She don't appreciate it. This is her first time, though, too.
Oh, yeah. I forget about that.
First time here. She was at where we found her at. In that dumpster behind Arby's.
She was so withered and cold.
Right? Gnawing on what could questionably be a human foot. But we was like, aw, look how the blood drips off her face. It's so adorable. Let's take her home, shall we?
And licked my finger and cleaned her off just a tad.
Right? Then we all got rabies shots, and we laughed as
The needles in her.
as the rabies started to settle into our bodies. We laughed.
We
Dog
cried.
laughed. The toaster laughed. So, anyways, I think we're good. All right. So you were wanting to start us off before we get too off topic here.
Yes, of course.
What do you got for me?
All
Give
right.
me a good one. I like stories.
Well, of course.
Why was okay? Before you start, I was seriously like to try to hear you better. I was going to tilt my head to the microphone. Thought it was going to help me hear better. So I was like, I like stories. Like this is a receiver of some type.
Oh, wow. And the dog is not happy about the booms. She is not feeling very patriotic this
Patriotic.
evening.
Well, it's because she's not an American dog.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Or is she? What is she? Where's her origins?
I don't know. I never looked into her origins.
That was close. And apparently it's got some whistles attached to it that actually started to scare me.
Great sound effects! Woo! Well, that's a great intro to let the
Right.
folks at home know how the word summer came to be.
Right? What's more summery than fireworks, though?
Right? And the 4th of July, hot dogs,
hot
grilling out,
Hot weather,
mosquitoes.
eaters,
Mm,
bugs,
yeah, sunburn.
slithery little spawns of Satan. Anyways,
Questionable things in the
hit me with
ocean
the
swimming
story.
around with you. Well, the word summer, by the way, came from Old English.
Old English, not
is-
New English.
Not, and I'm not talking about the alcohol.
Oh, not alcohol. Okay, not a sponsor.
Not the malt liquor.
Not a sponsor.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a sponsor.
But they can be for a low price.
I wouldn't.
Even though
Enjoy
we can't
it.
drink. But anyways,
Exactly. But that's much the long and short of it. Every other season has a beautiful story behind it, but summer is just simply that. It comes from an Old English word, summer. And that's about as interesting as that gets.
And then with some
But-
people from the south is like overheard somebody saying it is summer, and it's like, what'd you say? And he's
But
like,
there is an
"Summer." He's like,
interesting
"Did you say
connection to
summer?"
that. So, this is like,
She never laughs at my jokes.
I wonder why. It would have to be funny. Well, due to the Earth's rotation, the axis is tilting us closer to the sun, and that's why we have our season, of course. But the funny thing is,
Ooh, I saw the flash on that.
while we are enjoying nice hot weather and sunbathing on the beaches, the entire southern hemisphere is freezing, and they're
yeah.
enjoying their first days of winter.
But yeah, but is it like really winter there though?
It's truly winter.
Yeah, but like
Like if you go to
temperature-wise.
Brazil right now, the temperature would be dropped.
drop to what though? Like
Winter
what's
temperatures.
Winter? Yeah, but what's their winter temperature? It can't be that cold, can it?
I'm not sure about that.
So is it winter right now?
Yes,
Like
because
right
they
now?
just celebrated their winter solstice.
All right, so let's see. Look up current temperature in Brazil. See what we get.
Current temperature
Could have asked.
in
Is that copyright?
Brazil.
Can we have a guest speaker on here? Start with a G.
Well, their high was
Well, I saw the flash on that one too. It is way too late, Rosie.
they're still in the 70s.
See? That's what I'm saying.
But it's
they're-
currently getting colder.
What's their? You want anything that gives an outlook?
Yeah.
What's the coldest day in the next 7 days?
Oh,
Or
they're
10 days?
they're dropping.
What's the coldest in the next 7 days or 10 days, whatever it is?
46
46 is the coldest
Mhm.
high.
low.
Low. What's the coldest high?
Coldest high
Yeah. What's the coolest day for a high temperature?
64.
That probably is their winter. 64. Can you imagine that? Okay, for us, that's unbelievable to imagine winter is
Well,
64.
Australia's also in the southern hemisphere as well.
They're more southern, aren't they, than Brazil?
I do believe so.
So
Let me
their
see what
temperature
they
should
are.
be cooler then. I don't know.
Australia.
I don't know my geography. I don't know the cities. Sydney.
Their high today was 62 and their low's 42.
Holy
They're a lot closer
crap, those
together.
are close. So 40?
Yeah, their highs are low. They're in the lower 60s and their lows are in the
Probably still
40s.
dropping.
yeah.
And where's that at?
Sydney.
Sydney? Hey, you know what we should do?
Hmm.
At the end of the month, we'll look again. Because that would be more into the winter season
Right.
than it is right now. So when we're getting to the peak of summer, we'll see what their peak of winter is and see if it's
As bad
what
as
what
ours gets.
cold is there. So, anyways, what was you at on that?
I
Oh, we
mean,
were
that
talking
that
about
was
summer.
pretty much it. I was just going to say
Oh,
happy
oh, oh.
winter to our southern
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hemisphere. While we're up here enjoying this nice warm weather, they're down there freezing.
All right, let me get you one. All right, I'll give you.
You want to shoot me back?
I'm gonna shoot you back.
Oh, goodness.
I'll just shoot you back with a little tidbit.
Tidbit, he says.
America. I really hope the microphones can pick up. I bet they did. I bet that's what those spikes were just right there.
Yes, sir.
Just bear with us, people. We apologize if it offends you in any way. Actually, if our fireworks offend you, I don't know what to tell you because this goes globally. This is America, and this is what we do.
We like to blow stuff
We like
up.
to blow crap up. If it's not another country, then we're finding things that explode and celebrating by exploding things and staring at it.
Gotta get our fill somehow.
Right? But I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. America.
America.
Anyways, okay. What was that? Let me get it. Where's it at? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
12 hours later.
Right? So, I'll give you a little, I guess you call it a fun fact. So, in 2010, on the 23rd of July, Most of mine are all monthly related, by the way. Actually, all of mine are in the month of July.
Very specific.
I don't know. It's just how it worked out.
Hmm.
So on the 23rd of July, back in 2010, in Vivian, South Dakota, they recorded hail, as in hailstorm.
Okay.
Hail fell from the sky. Hail.
Okay, because I thought you were talking about the
H-A-I-L.
really, really hot burning
No,
place.
no. The
Okay.
H-A-I-L had fallen from the sky and measured an 8-inch diameter. And as you blankly stare at me as you can't figure out how big that is, a softball is 11 inches in diameter. The hail that fell on that day was 8 inches. They were 2 inches, or is it 2? 3 inches shy. I can math. I pass school. I'm qualified to be
Yeah.
educating other peoples. So, anyways.
Your unprestigious prestige.
Yeah, I will take what the poop was that for $500?
Somebody will know what I'm talking about.
Anyways, I noticed you were totally interested in that story, so go on. What you got? You got something? You got another story for me?
Sure.
What you got?
Well, I'm going to bust your block with these blockbusters.
Okay. Bust my block, baby.
Oh, yeah.
With a buster. That
With a
bust
bust-
blocks.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, during this wonderful season, while we are out soaking up the rays, the movie guys.
I don't soak up guys. Especially when it's named Ray.
Nobody said anything about soaking up guys. I
You
said,
said soak up Ray.
well, I suppose you're correct. Okay.
As long as it ain't Ray's juice.
Okay,
I'll
while
be
we're
alright.
while we're soaking up the UV rays,
There you go.
the movie guys are soaking up your cash.
With blood?
No.
Oh.
With movies.
Oh, okay.
You ever notice that during the summer more movies drop than in any other time of year?
Yeah, because people go to the movies in summertime.
That is
Because they
correct.
gotta get their blocks busted.
That's right. They got them blocks busted real nice. Well,
Okay. What you got? What about these blocks that get busted?
well, I got a little list for you. It's just a little listy list. And it's the top 10 most famous summer blockbusters to date. And some of these probably won't surprise you. Actually, I don't believe any of them will surprise you. But we're old. So, I got the number one most famous summer blockbuster.
Shaq Fu.
No.
Oh.
It's dun 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 dun
Sharknado.
dun 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 dun. You messed up my impersonation.
How did I mess it up? Oh, you mean... Oh, the movie that Sharknado was based off of.
Pretty much.
I mean, the movie that... Yeah.
Come on, man. You can guess this.
Teeth.
Teeth. Yes, teeth are involved. They are very
Is that
involved.
the name? Teeth?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with teeth.
Teeth? Noses. Am I getting
Do y'all
close?
see what I deal with?
It's not.
I just need the name of the movie, sir.
Bruce? That's the name of the shark.
Is that your final answer?
It is. That's actually the name of the shark of the movie you're referring to. That is Jaws.
Dum dum.
Bruce was the name of the shark in the movie, if anybody knew that.
And it only took him 10 minutes to get to that conclusion. The number 2 blockbuster.
Princess Diaries.
There is a princess involved.
Shrek.
thinner princess.
Keep going. It's not enough of a clue.
She kissed her brother.
Oh my god. Say it ain't so.
I will not
What?
do anything.
That's the name of a movie. Say it ain't so.
No, I ain't talking about that movie.
And he kissed his sister in the movie.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about that movie.
The one with I don't remember all their names.
Well, this thing has these things that
Okay.
they
so
use
there's a
as weapons that light up.
princess and things that light up. So far, my clues are princess and things that light up
Mm-hmm. That are used as weapons.
that are used as weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And are they toys or are these actual guns?
They're not guns.
Clue. Spoiler alert. Does this princess have honey buns for a hairdo?
Honey buns for a hairdo. Sure, we'll use that as a good description.
Are you offended by my description of the princess?
Yeah, and
speak
what
of.
would her brother's name be that she kissed?
Luke. Luke was his name.
And what was the movie?
Star Trek.
And he wants to die. And if anybody else
Clearly.
is a fan, you would understand.
You're talking about Star Wars.
Thank you.
All right,
Also,
so
10 days later.
that's your second movie.
Third movie.
How many are there?
10.
How many?
10.
Oh, Jesus. It's going to take you 2 hours to get through 10.
Well, because you are taking 30 minutes to answer.
All right. What do you got? What's number 3?
Number 3 has big animals that eat people.
Jurassic Park.
Nailed it. This one is about a flying bat guy.
Batman.
More specific on the name.
Returns.
More newer.
Dark Knight Rises.
Before.
Before?
Is it the Dark Knight Rises? No, it's just the... Yeah, take the last word off of that. It's just the Dark Knight.
This is Dark Knight. That was the first one?
Yeah,
Is Rises the second one, isn't it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Number 5. That one's harder to specify. Okay.
Specify. Isn't that what they spray on the plants?
Okay, well, one of the words is something that Noah from the Bible got on when the flood happened.
Titanic.
No, it's one of the words in the title of the movie.
Ark. Arcadia.
And the first 2 words are the main character in the movie.
Ark.
It is an adventure movie.
Ark. Is it part of this?
Yes.
And then 2 people's names.
No, one person's name is the beginning, but it's first
Okay.
and last.
I give up. What is it?
Indiana Jones, Raiders of the...
Lost Ark. Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Makes sense.
The
now.
next one is...
I don't know.
Ouch.
E.T.
Good job. Next one is... a war movie with a not so bright guy.
Forrest Gump.
Yes. Number 8 is something that goes and seeks out paranormal things and captures them.
Ghostbusters.
Boom shakalaka. Number 9 is... Gosh, how would you describe this? Well, it is a party movie in a sense. I was trying for the title here. Things that are in a zoo and the thing you live in.
Animal House. Is that the sound that I was right? It's
Yes.
the strangest noise I've ever
And number
heard for that.
10 is something that now the governor of another state was the main character in.
Terminator.
Which one?
Oh God, Terminator.
The biggest
Judgment
one.
Day.
There we go. You named
Mind
all
blank.
10. Good job.
Did I get a gold star?
Yeah, you do.
Is that your number 2 for me?
Yeah.
That was your number 2 story. Jesus, that was a long one.
Number 3? Or no, number 2 for you. 2 for you.
I'll go ahead and let you do your last one because my 2 go together, and they go together.
Well, I'm
You'll
going to
see.
just give a quick rundown of this because we're kind of eating into some time here. Just to let y'all know, just a little piece of info bomb here to be dropped on you. Somebody is revving their engine.
America.
Well, if we want to talk $10 words, the 2014 European College of Neuropsychopharmacology study revealed
Spell that 10 times.
that babies born during summer months are more prone to mood swings. I wonder why. Maybe because they're born
And it's already hot.
and miserable,
It's miserable.
and where we're from, sticky and thick and disgusting.
Are you
And
talking about the weather or the local fast food chain?
Come get it today.
I mean,
Sticky
either
and
way,
thick.
they're about the same. And then babies, on the other hand, born in winter, are more quote unquote chill.
Because it's cold outside. I get it. Because it's cold.
Yeah, they're cold babies. Maybe because they're just all snuggled up during the cold.
And they done burnt some of their brain cells from the cold weather. They're kind of slightly slower than everybody else. So therefore, they see the guys that born during the summer as a little
Hey,
bit more.
here's a
Yeah.
shocker. They don't know why it happens. Go figure. But they have a good idea that it's like neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin are heavily influenced by the month you were born.
Yo, that knowledge is dopamine.
Hey,
Blah. Blah.
that sounded delicious.
Mm. Gotta love the Ohio Valley.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's what you got for me. All right, so I have 2 stories, but they deal with the same place. That's why I figured I could put them together, because I couldn't tell you the second one. But I thought you know what the first one's from. So I'm gonna give you where the hottest day in the U.S. was ever recorded, and it was on July 10th, all the way back 100+ years. In 1913 was recorded at 134 degrees Fahrenheit in Death Valley. That's air temperature.
That is, my body is boiling from the inside out.
Right? 134 degrees.
Do you want to know what it feels like to be an egg?
That's in a dry climate. That's no heat index. That's straight, dry, pure heat.
So at that point, would you be considered soft-boiled or hard-boiled?
I always like mine hard.
Well, I mean, because soft-boiled would mean your insides are still liquidy, but you're starting to get the crust on the outside. Hard-boiled would mean you're completely...
Yeah. So here's the. I said there was controversy around the hottest day ever recorded, and here's where it all comes in. So in 1911 is when they established the weather station that is now called. You ready for this? Furnace Creek Ranch in Death Valley is where the place where they recorded the hottest temperature at. The weather station had just been built 2 years prior. And it's still being considered the hottest day ever recorded, but not without, like I've mentioned before, some controversy. In a small town in Libya, on September 13th, 1922, they claimed to have recorded a temperature of 136 degrees Fahrenheit, exactly 2 degrees warmer than what was recorded in the United States back in 1913 in Death Valley at 134 degrees. What made it so controversial was the fact that when Libya reported this small little town in Libya reported this 136 degrees, all the other surrounding towns were recording much cooler temperatures.
So they're like, how in the
Yeah,
world
so
is
they're
it
like,
so
how is
hot
this
right
one
there?
place so much hotter than the rest
They
of
have a
us?
giant magnifying glass over their city?
Well, no, but it's what happened is they believe that what happened was they believe happened was, I'm gonna say that about 4 more times.
But of course.
I lost my spot on my notes here. Was the fact that it was only the fact that they were hold on. Slow down. Use your words.
Breathe.
Keep it practice. This is for your own life. You're meant to do this. You're meant to be a superstar. All right. So the fact is, they were using a self-registering thermometer. Stick with me here.
I'm
Don't.
trying not to lose it.
So it was what they considered a
Air
self-registering.
quotes.
Yeah, self-registering thermometer, which means that it was not confirmed. The reading wasn't confirmed by a human. They just it just said it was. It's like the computer's just like, yeah, it's 136 outside. And they're like, okay, cool, it's 136. We got the record now. But what they believe what happened was the thermometer itself was placed very close to the ground. It was like several inches away from the ground.
Yes.
That was encased in concrete.
Well, yeah, you're going to put it in concrete. That's obviously going to attract heat.
Which most likely inflated the temperatures because you had the heat from the sun cooking off the concrete and then hitting the thermometer, which they believe that's what caused the thermometer to raise so much higher. Because I think the other places, I don't have an exact quote, but it was like 110 in other places, and they were recording 136, so they were like almost 30 degrees warmer than everybody else.
Well, that's like recording the temperature in your car after it's been
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
out in
It's
the
like
sun
it's
all
like
day.
right when you get in your car and it's like it says like 130, but like you drive for a minute.
And it's 80.
Yeah, it's like 88. It's kind of the same theory there, yeah. But what happened was an Italian scientist went back and took the studies and figured out what the actual temperature was, and it actually came out to 132 degrees based on the differences. I guess he took out the inflated temperature from the concrete, which gave it 132 degrees, which is still like a lot warmer than everybody else,
Right?
but still doesn't give them the claim as the hottest recorded day. So Death Valley still owns the record for the hottest recorded day in history, all the way back in 1913.
That's why I don't visit there, because of the first word in that name.
Right? Well, it probably got properly named.
Right?
Clearly, whoever named that was spot on. So then, sticking with that town now of Death Valley, back in 1972, on July 15th, again another July date, they had a surface temperature reading. Now, this is like what we're talking about. Like, you know how when you first get in your car and it
Right.
registers? They actually, on this day, had a surface temperature reading of 201 degrees.
Oh, gosh. I'd have to, be in full body armor.
Do you know what temperature of meat has to be at to be consumed?
165.
And they were at 201. That means you literally on that day could have cooked meat on the sidewalk or in the middle of the street or wherever probably they register the surface temperature from.
Mm-hmm.
You literally could have cooked any type of meat and it would have been safe to consume. Because it has to be at least 15 seconds of a recording. Like meat has to be at like 100, I think it's like 155 for 15 seconds to be consumable. And they were at 201 degrees.
Bad day to lose a toe.
Right? And with that, looking at the timer here, it looks like we ran over a few minutes, but hey, it's a first show. We gave you a little extra. It's kind of like a
Bonus.
little bonus. Before we go, I think C's got some social media info for everybody.
Just a little pluggy plugs.
Yeah, just to plug that as she crinkles through her notebook.
It sounds so lovely.
Right.
Well, guys, to keep up to date with the latest news, episodes, or just, excuse me, questions that we may ask for a response, and you can always find us on.
Where's that at? Where you got? If I'm on Twitter right now and I'm like, yo, I got this really cool question to ask these two awesome people, especially the guy with a really good trailer voice.
Yeah, the dying cat.
Yeah, that guy. Where can I, if I wanted to ask him what's up, what do I tweet him at?
You tweet him at DC High POD. POD's for pod.
So I'm going to follow them. When I want to follow them on Twitter, I follow them at what again?
DC High Pod.
Like pod, like P-O-D?
Like POD. Pod.
Not the group?
Not the group, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Copyright.
Not really a fan.
We said that backwards. Now.
All right. So if I'm on the gram, like as in the Instagram,
The what?
and I wanted to slide in those DMs of DC High, how do I get a hold of them?
You can find them at the real DC High.
And that's
Because
on
there
the,
ain't no others like us.
right, and that's on the gram.
That's on the ground.
All right. So if I was all right. So I'm done looking at all my cat videos on YouTube, and now I'm gonna hop on Facebook to see what's being updated with all my friends. And I'm like, man, I heard that really cool podcast from those two cool people. What was the name of that show? I think it was called what?
DC High.
Is that how you find them on that Facebook?
That's right. You just look up DC High.
So I'm on the interwebs and I get on Facebook. I just look up DC High in the search bar. Am I gonna find them?
You should find us.
And then follow them
Follow us on Facebook
and Twitter.
and Twitter and that.
And the I don't know how
Gram.
Instagram works. I haven't been on it in years, so I don't know how it works. I'm sure it's changed so much since I've been on it. So anyways, you want to find us? That's how you find us on all of our current social media. There should be a web page being in production here soon as the mouse tries to fall off the desk. And with that being said, this is a conclusion of the first ever DC
DC
High
High.
Back to School edition.